The beginning of this video is just going to be a little bit of a gag, but I'm actually going to be talking about things that have not been talked about yet. After we stalled queso with some Cheez-Its last time, very salty, very crunchy, he loves those, very easy to stall him with them. Either way, off topic, we're going down to his basement where he keeps his editor. That's me right there. We're taking the files that his editor has kept for the next video for queso. Apparently it's a Mr. Beast reaction. Let's head right to the studio, do it before he can, get the views, make YouTube great again. Let's get started. No one expected a guy like me to get into the recording studio, but here I am. Now, I'm going to be talking about something that nobody's talked about Mr. Beast. Something about the drama nobody's brought up. Even though the video's been out for a few days now, I haven't seen that many people watch or even talk about it. So, I'm going to have to bring that to light. Like many things that like to hide in the shadows, a little bit of the dimmest light can bring them right out. Let's get right into it. I'm going to be playing some gameplay over this, so you guys have something to watch while I'm talking. Let's get into this. First things first, we're going to be talking about that event Mr. Beast hosted with a lot of people. I think it was like around 5,000 people, I believe. Either way, it's not as bad as people were making it out to be. It was just a bunch of sore losers who were upset that they lost in a Mr. Beast event with a lot of money on the line. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to over-exaggerate what happened. And one of the more recent videos on this drama, you could see one of the people who signed an NDA basically had someone blur out their face, make it their voice distorted so you can't tell who they are. They proceeded to tell everything that happened, and they made it out that it was not as bad as people were making it out to seem like. Sure, there was someone who did have a stroke, but they did get the medical attention they needed. And the only thing that was the problem was women's garments. Later on during the in the event, I almost said tournament. Either way, later on in the event, there were some problems that came up, but you gotta understand, it was only Mr. Beast's crew that was partaking in the event at the time, and it was only him. And of course, he was not ready to partake for 5,000 contestants. Like, think about how much work you gotta put into that in such a short notice, too. They got fed exactly how much they needed, although the food wasn't the best. Apparently it was just like oatmeal. Very bland, very flavorless. Either way, ignore the kid who keeps moaning and screeching into the mic in the background. The one time I tried doing fills, I just get a random kid who keeps yelling in the background. Either way, he won't be that loud. I'll try muting him when he does. Either way, back to the conversation. The event did not go as planned, but it is not as bad as people are making it out to seem. Some people are just overreacting. Of course, there are bad parties involved, and yeah, the event did have some bad sides, but it was not as bad as people were making it seem like, judging by the way that person said. To be fair, we're going off of what that person said, and this is all just speculation, but from what that person who was there at the event said, who actually made it farther in, it's not as bad as they were making it out to seem, which is crazy how many people are saying how bad it was who weren't even there. Bro, you weren't even there. How could you say how bad it is? Either way, people are just over-exaggerating about that. On to the next topic. Part 2, per se. Either way, we're going to be talking about the lunch situation. So, Mr. Beast has not responded yet, but DantDM has. By starting up an entire new YouTube channel. That's right, I keep trying to say Mr. Beast. Either way, DantDM started up a new YouTube channel called Dan and Trey, where he's back doing his old mod reviews. If you haven't watched, one of his most recent mod reviews was reviewing this one villager mod. Pretty cool. Either way, DantDM responded by reminding everyone of the old days. Honestly, very strong play. Watch me immediately obliterate this Captain America. But yeah, like I was saying, DantDM's response, crazy. And apparently KSI is in the works of responding to DantDM, which is insane. KSI lost this fight before it even began. Like, bro is such a narcissist. But yeah, apparently Mr. Beast is working on a, how do we say this? A small response? Is this right? Yeah, he's working on a small response for some reason, which is just shocking to me, because how are you working on a small response with all of this going on? Either way, he plans on posting this response video maybe later on this month. It's indecisive. And the chances of this video not even getting posted is very high. Not the one that you're watching, Mr. Beast's response video, because he plans on sitting through it. He doesn't plan on, you know, it being like one of those things where, like, he'll have a response that lasts an hour. He plans on waiting, like, being silent and just expecting it to roll over. Like how Logan Paul is doing. Which is also another crazy thing. Why would KSI immediately do self-destruction on his entire career by joining with two of the most controversial people on the internet? Like, I can get the way he thought about it. Like, think about it like this. Two very controversial people, any video made about them will immediately garner over 100 views. This video alone, if you're still watching, definitely has around 100 views by now. Within, like, the first day or two. So, of course, he's gonna do this for popularity, but it also is, like, destroying his career because of exactly what's going on. Because by involving yourself in, you know, controversy, you become part of the controversy. So now his entire career is basically over, because now he has DantDM, the person who never gets involved with controversy, getting involved. Which is, like, insane. You know something's wrong when DantDM, the person who's never there in controversy, is all of a sudden doing something about it. You know something's wrong. But yeah, and now it's time for the new news that nobody knows about. Psych. Joke. Either way, so basically, what's going on is that Mr. Beast apparently is planning on changing up the Lunchly brand and adding a few new flavors, and also plus Lunchly is not as good as people are making it sound. There are some short YouTubers who are making videos right now who are getting sponsored and are getting paid to say that they're not being sponsored, which is crazy. If you don't know, sponsorships can pay someone to say that they're not being sponsored. But yeah, Lunchly tastes exactly like Lunchable, and it's not even that much healthier. You're saying, oh, it's healthy, it's not healthy. How about we stop saying it's good for you and start saying it's bad for you, but it's slightly less bad for you than Lunchly is. No, it's slightly less bad for you than Lunchable is. It's the same exact thing, it's just it's slightly less bad for you. Stop saying it's good for you, or better for you, because that's very manipulative by the wording that you're using there. That is the definition of manipulative. Either way, you should be saying slightly less unhealthy for you, or slightly less bad, because it's not good in any sense at all. It's literally 2 grams of sugar gotten taken off. That is not making it better for you. If anything, that's making it slightly less bad, which isn't better, because better is an overstatement for it. Ooh, that was a nice kill. Ooh, that was another nice kill. Alright. But yeah, it's slightly less bad for you. Tastes the exact same. The ingredients are basically the same. It's just the cheese is a bit more darker in color, and that's it. And some of the Lunchables, for example, the cracker cheese one, that one, Lunchable better than Lunchly. Not to mention, isn't Prime like one of the worst energy drinks? It also has a problem with lead, by the way. Like, why are you going to be putting this in kids' food? You have a drink that literally is getting sued right now for having lead in the drink. And known for having a bad taste. Tasting like watered down Kool-Aid. And if you don't know, the main part of Kool-Aid is water. So how do you make something that's mainly made out of water taste watered down? Which I don't understand. Nice. But yeah, that's really gonna be it for this video. Subscribe if you like my content. I really do need subscribers, as you can see by this video, and I will see you next time. Bro, is this kid alright? Nah.